That bitch got all that ass for. Man, put that hoe over. That bitch got to get a tick. Pull over, that ass too fat. 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 Pull over, that ass too fat.
Jump in the truck, thighs like what? And man, hold that more booty in the butt. Just don't make that song when you see me in the thong. I know you like the way the booty go, like a pro. Take him off the bed, throw him on the floor. Turn on the camera, start the freak show. His ass even make that Ron say, whoa. I got a bad ass, damn nigga could pass her. Proving I couldn't even back this ass up. Oh, you know, little mama fully know that I got a bad ass and I know how to hold it. You wanna fuck 20 G for the nut, T to the left and T to the club. What? Y'all know what's up, ain't there hoe got more booty in the bud.
Pull over, that ass too fat. 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 Pull over, that ass too fat.
Who got more ass than the average bitch? You know it's the baddest bitch. I'm a 10 in the face, slim in the waist, bad in the ass. Do you wanna taste? Pop to the face, I'ma make you drop. She's gonna make you hot. Me and the girls to the club and slam out, baby. To the side, got 'em going crazy. My shit firm and tight, just right. And if the price is right, I just might.
Pull over, that ass too fat. 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 Pull over, that ass too fat.
I'll flash with it, fat ass with it, get cash with it. I throw my back in it, yeah. And I'ma say what my mama gave me. Little mama don't play, so you gotta pay. I'm the baddest bitch, you gotta admit that. 69 ways, you know I'm with that. And I'ma take my money maker, I'ma take this thing like it's all shaker. This ain't nothing wrong with the bump and grind. When I boot this thing up, jump behind. Ride like a choo-choo train. Little mama finna do this thing. Front back, side to side. That's how you flip the side. What's up, little bag? Tricky fat sack. I'm here for my girls with the fat bag.
Pull over, that ass too fat. 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 Pull over, that ass too fat.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? It is your favorite breakdown commentator, Consciouztv. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. Girl, we is here, girl. Because, girl, it's the mess that keeps on messing, bitch, for me. But before we even get into the minutia, girl, before we even get into the thick of it all, girl, go ahead and give me a nasty piece of thumbs up, honey. Y'all know this helps with YouTube's algorithm and recommendations and all of that good jazz. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because if I like it, you're going to absolutely love it here. I guarantee it. And you need to make sure that all of your notification bells are set to all, because you never know what day or the hour the king is going to be kinging. And if you don't mind, you can press the gas just a little bit more and share, because it is goddamn caring. I want to say hello to everyone in the building. Hello to my mods, T. Trisha and Ray and Bees on Mars and Kawani and Lil Mommy and Mrs. Green 9 and Janie, and hi everyone. Girl, I'm gonna drop the link. I can't say that I have a lot to say about what's going on. I'm more so curious about what y'all think about what's going on, child. So while y'all go ahead and get them thumbs up in this here, girl, I'm going to go ahead and run an old nasty piece of commercial, an old nasty intro, child, and we'll get all the way into it. Okay.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So, girl, Miss Tasha K is right here breaking the goddamn internet as always, girl, and we're gonna get into it. Before we do, I want to say thank you to all of my new subbies, honey. The kingdom is growing by the day. Thank you all for your love. Thank you all for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your emails, your DMs, your Patreon subscriptions. I love you all down to the ground, honey, and none of this obviously could be possible without any of you. So God bless you, and thank you so much, girl. Now, y'all probably have heard what is going on. Well, it was rumored, girl, that Tasha K turned herself into the Buckhead authorities, baby, over her alleged contempt of court charges due to her violating federal court orders to remove all remaining Cardi B related content from her YouTube and other social media platforms. Okay, so Tasha's handy dandy Chelsea, her personal assistant, went live to drop the dime, girl. Okay, so before we get into the mess, girl, let's have a more formal understanding of what the hell is transpiring here. Okay, we're going to look at Chelsea's live. I'm going to drop the link, and I'm going to tell y'all why the hell this really happened, honey. Okay, I'm going to tell you what really going on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where my screen at? Get them thumbs up. Get them thumbs up, and honey. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Here we go, girl. We got to read the old need. Oh, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys so we can get it together up in her girl. So this is from hotnewhiphop.com, okay? And it is watch their music. Okay. This is from hotnewhiphop.com, and the title of this article is Tasha K faces potential jail time after refusing to remove Cardi B videos from YouTube report. Okay, it reads that Cardi B took a massive win in her legal battle against vlogger Tasha K over defamatory videos about the rapper. However, Cardi's attorneys are still working tirelessly to get the videos in question scrubbed from the internet, even after a judge ordered Tasha K to do so. Journalist Dennis Byron shared an update on the case, revealing that Tasha K defied the court order to remove the videos about Cardi B on her page. Byron said Cardi's legal team is now looking into filing a new response to court that could potentially lead to potential prison time for the vlogger. Quote, breaking, the blogger lady, aka Tasha K, defies federal court order by failing to remove defamatory statements about Cardi B. Legal teams mounts a response. She is facing possible prison time and financial sanctions. This is a developing story, he tweeted, as you can see here from Dennis Byron's Twitter account. Article goes on to say that rumors that Tasha K was taken into custody were challenged by Byron shortly after, quote, fake news alert. Blogger lady is not in jail yet, despite what her, quote, minion, aka employee, is reporting on Tasha K's Instagram Live. He also wrote on Twitter. Cardi B sued Tasha K in 2019 after the blogger shared videos on her YouTube page making several false allegations about Cardi B. A judge ruled in Cardi's favor, resulting in a near $3 million judgment, including girl, let me clear my throat, 1.5 million in punitive damages and another 1.3 million in litigation expenses, girl. In response, Tasha K has stated her infamous line written across all of her merchandise, baby, that honey, listen closely, Cardi, I ain't got it. Period. Okay? Now, for those of you who didn't have an opportunity, girl, to see Chelsea's live We're gonna watch it here together, girl. Okay. And once again, let me go ahead and drop the link, honey, because like I said, I ain't got much to say, girl. I'm just curious in having you guys sound off and see what y'all think about the shenanigans of it all, girl. Okay, before I run Chelsea's Instagram live, let me pull up an old nasty piece of disclaimer, y'all. Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And with no further ado, girl, let's run this beautiful bean footage. Let me shout out the channel holder. This is YouTube Chronicles. Shout out to YouTube Chronicles, girl. Make sure that y'all go over there, give her a nasty piece of clicking of you, y'all. Subscribe to Miss YouTube Chronicles, honey. Thank you for the he. I'm not in control of the master volume button, so if you guys can't hear this, make sure that you have your headphones, okay, lodged in and volume cranked all the way up on your flip phone.
Like I said, if you see the mugshot, don't repost it. If you're a supporter, if you're a true wino, you're not going to repost stuff like that. I know you guys saw it on the blog this morning. It's not that big of a deal. Worst comes to worst, Tasha's going to be in jail probably until Monday. August is working on getting her a bond. It's not that big of a deal, but people just prey on other people's downfalls. She turned herself in this morning. It was not a big dramatic scene. She is in Gwinnett County, and it's a nice jail from what I hear. She'll be fine. I know she'll be fine. Tasha is a survivor, and that's what she's going to do. She's going to prevail every time, and you're not going to take this opportunity from her. We still have some shows coming out, so when she gets out, she will address what happened. So, yeah, we're not taking any donations. Please do not start with the fake GoFundMe. We don't need your money. If you want to support, make sure to buy the I Ain't Got It merch. But, yeah, she turned herself in this morning. The mugshot is going around on the internet. It's very childish. She will be just fine. Pray for her kids. Pray for her family. And I have Tasha's phone right now, so we are going to be updating. We are going to be updating the YouTube. We do have some videos dropping. So, yeah, it's going to be like she never left. I promise you guys. So, she will be out very, very soon. So, I'm with her husband. Shaq, do you want to?
Okay, hold on. First of all, girl, how doing? See, this when y'all motherfucking niggas should have known that Chelsea was lying through her motherfucking veneers, bitch. When she said she was sitting there with check, baby. When she said she's sitting there with Tasha K husband, while Tasha K locked up in the federal penitentiary getting that goddamn cooter eaten out by all them big ass lesbians upstairs, girl, on cell block 8, bitch. You should have known, bitch, that this was a scheme that Todd had brought back to us, girl. Girl, trust and believe, bitch. Tasha ain't leaving there, bitch, around her man. Trust and believe that if there ever comes a day, honey, well, Tasha K got to be arrested or, girl, turn herself in, she gonna be walking into the precinct with Chelsea, bitch. They doing that bid together, honey. Ain't every bitch in the house going to jail, Miss Mamas. Bitch, y'all got Tasha K fucked up, baby. See, this what I knew. This was a nasty piece of scandal, girl, that came from Lucifer himself from the third heaven, baby. See, y'all don't be catching it. Let's keep on listening.
Anything to the people? Shaq doesn't want to say anything, you guys. He's obviously he knows that Tasha is a survivor. She will be fine. And like I said, she'll get out. If not tomorrow, it'll probably be Monday, which will be fine. But I will be doing Fuckery Friday this Friday.
Bitch, another lie for the damn gates of hell, bitch. Y'all must be ain't catch Tasha giving Chelsea a nasty piece of like run through on what? A Fuckery Friday from 3 weeks ago, girl. Chelsea on that damn platform damn near traumatized the winos, baby. Okay, so best believe, honey. Tasha K and her storm ass up there goddamn reporting on Fuckery Friday before Chelsea ass, baby. See, they was giving away the scheme and the scandal, girl, the whole time. Y'all just wasn't listening, girl. Y'all so pressed to see Tasha K burn up in the fiery pits and simmers of hell, girl, that y'all just fall for anything that sounds like Tasha K is finally getting her damn karma. Y'all got to do better.
So I will be hosting Fuckery Friday. Tasha did write out a list of things for me to talk about that she wanted me to talk about, and she wrote down her commentary. So tomorrow it'll be me, Jasmine, and Shaq doing Fuckery Friday. So you guys just be supportive. Please do not repost her mugshot. We are not taking GoFundMe donations. We don't need it. Just buy the I Ain't Got It merch, and I'll see you guys soon.
Oh, okay. This is before I invite my folk up, because I folk in the background, honey, that I'm gonna let come and chime in on all of this. First of all, what I'm really disappointed in is just really how many of y'all fell for this. Like, I want y'all to. I told y'all last time that all women with a bald fade have the spirit animal of cats, girl. So there's a psychic connection to bald-headed women, girl. So that means that if Tasha had gotten locked up, girl, that the follicles and the scalp of every bald-headed black woman in America would have started tingling, bitch. They would have known instinctually, baby, that Mother Wino, baby, that Tasha Luther King, girl, that Tasha X, baby, was in distress, girl. Bald-headed women be united like the damn Avengers, bitch. So if y'all didn't hear not near one bald-headed woman coming on this motherfucker confirming them scandals, girl, then it was a dub, boo. It was a dub. Okay? Now, last thing that I want to say is, well, you know what? I'm going to save what I think this is all about. Let me introduce Mel Clark to the platform. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, Conscious.
Hey, boo.
I didn't think you were going to pick me.
What you think about all the bull crap going on today? Now, they did eventually come out and say this was all a bit joke. What's your thoughts?
I don't think any of that is funny. I mean, I feel like if she owes the money, she needs to do it. I mean, she was reckless in what she was saying, so she got to, pay the piper.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think that Tasha really ain't got it? You think she ain't got that $3 million?
No, I know she got it. I know she got it. And if she don't have it, let me put it this way: I think her husband have it because he the one in charge. Like, he was over everything. But yeah, I do think she got the money, access to the money.
Oh, keyword: access to the money, baby.
Access to the money, right?
Yeah, because see, I think that Olga had definitely told Tasha right before they started their first day in court that there was a 90% chance that they was going to lose like hell to Cardi B. So this was the time to start transferring money into overseas and foreign accounts and shit.
Swiss bank accounts, right?
Yeah, start refining that goddamn contract with the Illuminati and shit, and start praying to them goddamn owls and shit that they be praying to, honey, for protection and everything. So technically, Tasha telling the truth that technically, girl, I ain't got it. A foreign bank account over in the Middle East actually has it. Technically, right. I ain't got it, bitch. I ain't got it. See, I always got it. Now. Right. So you say you don't think that this is actually funny. So what you think the motive was here? Why you think they pulled this today?
to spin the narrative, so they can have enough time to come up with another excuse. I mean, if that was me, that's what I would do. So, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Well, they said this was a big old hoax, and you know, Tasha K also apparently done submitted that old nasty piece of what you call it? She contested the ruling. What it's called? I forgot the thing she did. What they call it, y'all? My brain fried today. What's the thing? Appeal. She submitted her appeal. Do you think that her appeal is going to be granted?
No. This is the thing. When you're on the money, when you on government money, it's over with. Like, they not trying to hear anything. Unless you bring that coin. I don't think so.
My God, today. Are you a wino or are you Barty Gang?
I'm with you, Conscious. I'm with you.
Period. Look,
period.
If that ain't everybody's answer who hit the link, I'm blocking your ass on the platform. Okay? Mel just said the bar, baby.
Period.
I know that's right. What's going on, Tabitha? Welcome to the platform, boo.
Hey, Conscious.
Hey, what you think about what's going on?
The shit's weird as hell.
Tell me about it.
It's so weird. And then I was watching something earlier where at the beginning of that live that you had just showed, you heard Tasha talking. Like, I heard your whole voice, shorty. Like,
that part.
Girl, you better shut up. You better shut up. You supposed to be in jail, right? And then I don't know if you was going to show it later on, but then supposedly she's out now. And I could have swore you're at the same restaurant with the same music. Talking about I didn't got out with a such $1 million bond, but I thought you ain't got it, sis. I thought you ain't got it. How you get out? Because your ass was never in there. You wasn't in there.
Baby. So so Chelsea said she wouldn't get out till Monday, even though she was gonna be out real soon, and then ironically ended up and out of jail at the same restaurant that Chelsea was munching down on that corner of the Cobb in.
Okay. And how about when he say it's the blogger lady for me? He be like, the blogger lady lying.
Baby, Byron was determined not to give Tasha ass no type of clout, baby. The blogger lady.
The blogger lady. Y'all
that woman that Cardi B sued.
She lying, y'all.
The woman that Cardi B sued, her. Yeah. So what was funny is that you could hear Tasha K laughing in the background. And if you really zoomed in like 4 times the magnetism on Chelsea's contacts, you can see Tasha's haircut in the goddamn reflection of Chelsea's contacts.
Swear. And then when you talked about the husband, like, girl, like, I know she probably got on the camera, like, don't ever say nothing about Mr. Kibi like that again. Like, I'm with the husband, bitch, what?
Baby, when Chelsea said, I'm sitting here with Shaq, my guardian angel pushed through into the material dimension and said to me, I know you fucking lying.
I had the whole turn around like I'm cooking. I'm like, hold on, what's she doing?
Baby, that was the rap of the scheme right there on period.
Seriously, like, you fucked up. You done fucked up.
Now, it's being said that the reason why they did this was to promote Tasha K's merch. Y'all think that this was a money grab?
You know, she had that interview with TS too, so maybe all that has to tie in because you know, TS was getting into some things with her as well when it came to now all of a sudden she don't care. But didn't we just have a Martin Luther King speech where she cared? Now she don't care with the neon green. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's a lot.
Let me tell y'all something about Tasha. I like Tasha. You know,
I do too.
At times in my YouTube career, I've had to gather the very small amount of hair on Tasha K's head into an even smaller ponytail at times. You know, I had to do that in love, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I got auntie love for Tasha. Love for Tasha. Yeah. But you know, the truth is Tasha K is a troll in the form of a talented content creator. She is a talented content creator, but Tasha's nature is troll.
Yeah, that's
So
her
people have
deep
to remember
rooted.
that when they're following her up on these internets and things. Now,
I mean,
Tasha gonna
there's
play it in y'all
obviously a
face.
method. There's definitely a method to her madness. Now, you know, I'm not like I've watched her. I don't consider myself a wino or a Barty gang. Like I like both of them. You know what I mean? I'm me. Like I said, I got you the bell one for you, so I'm a Consciouztv gang. Like she said, like period. But all that other stuff, but there's obviously some type of method to her madness. But is that also going to be your downfall? Because when do you say when? You know, when does your trolling become such an obsession where it's just your demise? Like, I don't understand. I mean, we're not in her head, but I'm like, what are you doing?
But do y'all realize, see, what's funny about the method to the madness that you spoke about is that Tasha's whole existence and the whole phenomenon around her is the fact, like, her brand is being problematic, so you can't cancel her because that's why she's even in the position she's in. That's why she's even successful. So you can't you can't cancel what is intentional. Like, she came to be canceled. That's why you can't cancel her. She put the reverse Uno motherfucking card on social media. That's why they can't stop this motherfucking bitch. That's why they can't stop nobody. Baby, it don't matter whether it's let me pull up the goddamn Nightmare on Elm Street chapters. Hold on. Nightmare on Elm Street chapters, baby. Hold on. Let me see here. I need a list. Give me an old nasty list of Nightmare. Hold on. Yeah. A list of Nightmare on Elm Street. Here it is. Okay, so it don't matter whether it is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. It don't matter if it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Tasha's Revenge. It don't matter if it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Tasha Warriors. It don't matter if it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, Tasha's Dream Master. It don't matter if it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, Tasha's Dream Child. It don't matter whether it's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6, Tasha's Dead, the final nightmare. It don't matter if it's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 7, Wes Craven's new Tasha K nightmare. It don't matter if it's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 8, Tasha K versus Jason. Tasha K is a gift that will keep on gifting. She will recreate herself from the ashes of the mess like the Dark Phoenix. This is like it's like mad science. It's like mad scientist science. Like,
it's never gonna die.
it's never gonna die. And
that bitch come back with a sequel, a trilogy.
And you know what? I feel sorry, y'all, that there are people out there really thinking that Tasha K is gonna be no more someday. The only time Tasha K gonna be no more is when God literally raptures her motherfucking ass up into the heavens. Like, other than that, y'all gonna have to eat Tasha. Y'all gonna have to eat Tasha. She gonna be here, baby. Y'all, Tasha K lost what? Damn near 30,000 subscribers after that Cardi B lost, and she's only one goddamn subscriber away from 1 million.
But I feel, and then I don't know what it is about Tasha though, because she does have somewhat like I don't want to say it factor, but you know what I mean? It's just something that she does have.
She just uses her it factor for the greater of all evil.
And sometimes it isn't evil, but it's like the 80-20 rule sometimes. Like, in this moment in time, it's like, okay, your 20% don't matter because that 80% that what you fucking up, nobody, you know, it's overshadowing, you know what I mean, that the stuff that, you know, you have done. But I mean, I still get a good cackle. I get a good kiki out of Tasha, especially when she be drinking that wine. Okay, all right. I be like, oh, auntie done got the wine, y'all. She drinking the sex, bitch. She drinking the sex.
And Tasha K is even a very loving villain because she encourages you to get drunk so that you can take her. like, baby, I'm gonna be here, bitch. So the only thing I can do is give you a muscle relaxer, girl. All thing I can do is give you an Advil, baby, because baby, you got to eat me, bitch. You gonna have to eat me, girl. So just go ahead and get drunk off the Hennessy, honey. Okay, because I'm untakeable, and there's nothing that you hosts can do about it, and it's gonna be what it is.
Dude, I put Auntie on when I'm about to cook. She make my little hour fly. I'm like, okay, I got to see what's going on. But I don't know. It's just too much. Like, it's a lot. Like, the whole video thing. You know what I mean? And I heard that she was taking videos down, but taking them and putting them to what is that y'all, the little where you pay and go Patreon. But even if you take them down, it's still out there. It's been how many years now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I get of it being the principle, but let's be honest. It's been out there. It didn't multiplied at this point. So how you gonna cut the head off? It's already out there, regardless if she take them off or not.
Okay, so while y'all done brought up Miss Cardi, what y'all think? What y'all think about the Cardi B Tasha K shit? Like, do y'all think that Cardi B just should have paid her ass dust? Because at the end of the day, I mean, everybody done heard the rumors at 1.4 million damn views. I mean, it's just like, what kind of really was the point at this point? Yeah. You coming for her in the, like, it's the aftermath of it all. I mean, the damage already is done, if there's any damage.
It bothers me a little bit because Cardi's all the way up here, but that's like a trigger for her because, social media, even just with her just going off on the fans about the Grammy, like, or whatever, not the Grammys, wherever she was supposed to go, the Golden Globes or whatever, like, that's such a trigger for her. And I don't know if she was trying to use Tasha as a teachable moment, but I don't know why it even went that far. I get it. And then especially as the case unfolded and, her having, the problems of her not even wanting to be intimate with Offset because of what, how she felt about what was going on. That was really, an eye opener, as far as that. But it's just like, you're up here and she's down here, and just to take it that far, and then she didn't take it down, so now you're going back. Like, why are we still here? Why are we still in this moment?
Wow.
Well, how do you feel? Like, because I feel like it's dead now. Why are we still here?
I'm gonna let Mel respond, then I'm gonna
girl, what do you think?
What you think about the Tasha situation and Cardi?
Well, the Tasha and the Cardi, I think that each one of them wanted to be the first in each area. Cardi B, Tasha K is the first to do this crazy stuff on the black side of of what we do. And Cardi B, she's the first one to go against anybody on black black social media that's speaking, using free speech. And no, this hasn't been done before. So and secondly, I think with the whole Tasha K thing, I think that she feel like she's gone so deep. There's no way she can dig herself back out of it. So she gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I mean, that's what I feel.
Interesting. Welcome to the platform, Refuse to Lose.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, hey, boo.
What's going on?
I know you were old nasty piece of wino gang. What are your thoughts on Mother Wino and her shenanigans today?
I feel like after all that kind of money, just rock it on out. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I mean, you already took the hit. You might as well take the hit. And at the same time, as we could see, she's still moving around and doing. Still getting her stars. Her fans are still trusting her with information. So it's like she's actually going up, which was the plan.
I mean, because you got to think about how many of 1 million represents her core audience. That's going to be a pretty substantial core audience, period. Because I mean, probably out of 1 million, a good probably 20-30% of that is core, is like loyal subscriber base, and that's equity. Like 30,000 people willing to subscribe to your Patreon, 30,000 willing to subscribe to a subscription-based platform. Like that's a really nice amount of a support base to really keep you leveled financially, because a lot of people think that a lot of content creators are worried about views and clicks and relevancy, but that's only for the sake of gaining a core audience, because it's actually about money at the end of the day. Money that can produce more business, that can produce more capital in your life. So once you cap at a certain point, you really don't have to worry about clicks and views, because your money has leveled the fuck out. You got a sustainable income based upon a substantial demographic of followers. So, I mean, even though
if you look at it, she could drop one really good video for the week. One nice one. What do a I'm not gonna say fairly decent, because most of her stuff get the views, but what do you think? Like one really high profile video, just one a week. What you think it would do for her platform versus other people trying to do 3, 4, and 5?
And I don't think people understand how and see, like, this is why a lot of content creators are trying to earn viral like that kind of viral ability, is because you can live off of one viral video for half a year. But and depending on your lifestyle, hell, you can really live off that check from that one piece of viral content for an entire year, depending on how your lifestyle is set up. That's why everybody trying to get those clicks and views and trying to set it the fuck off, because it's bank and it's capital. So I don't think Tasha K at this point is completely and solely worried about how her views are doing. It's just more about sustaining her audience, continuing to be consistent in her content creating, because she has a sustainable audience. So she's going to be fine, period. And as long as she keeps that money chained up in them goddamn Iraq bank account, she ain't got to worry about paying Cardi B that damn $4 million either.
She ain't got it.
Yeah. Teach us thy ways, Tasha. Cause baby, well, so let me ask you this: like, do y'all all believe that there should be a moral compass, though, when it comes to entertainment media? Even though some content creators approach entertainment media from like a satire, like kind of have a satire mix within their reporting. So part of it is kind of fanciful and a parody and exaggerative and rooted in all of that, and then maybe part truth. But do y'all feel like people should be playing with folks' lives like that and names like that?
I mean, if you're willing to take that hit, then that's what it is. I mean, everybody has their own.
No, to be honest, no, I don't think it's nice. I mean, I don't think it's nice, but some people, when you threaten them, they just don't care no more. When you threaten them, it's like, all right, so you think I'm scared? Is that what you think? All right, well, I have to show you I'm not scared. But I don't know how she approached her, but I believe that she probably would have came in a nicer manner. You need to take that, however it went. It couldn't have been nice for her to just even go this far.
Tabitha?
I mean, I think, if you're willing as a commentary or as a YouTuber, if you're willing to put that out there and take that hit, and even if you want to create false narratives about people, then what you put out is what you get back. But also that's what some people tune into. If some people are bold, everybody likes different stuff, different strokes for different folks. So, I mean, me personally, I would try to be more understanding, but sometimes, sometimes the truth hurts. I think it's also how you deliver some things. Truth is truth. But even in this situation, she admitted that there was some lies. She lied about some stuff. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, after the fact.
Do y'all think that it's any consolation that Tasha has repeatedly stated that I don't always tell the truth. Sometimes I report stories to y'all because I think that there's an entertainment value in the narrative. I think that there's an entertainment value. I think the narrative is fun. It's entertaining, and ultimately, I think y'all all are here to be entertained, not necessarily to hear truth from me. I mean, we're talking about celebrities. Who really gives a damn about what the truth is at the end of the day? Like, I think that that's Tasha's attitude. Like, these are entertainers. Like, you know, y'all don't really give a damn about what the real tea is. Like, so we're gonna tell an interesting story about interesting people.
Yeah, I think it's about the person who deliver it. You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask y'all this real quick. Do y'all feel like everybody that did a story on it should be in trouble, or should what they call the leader, which is Tasha,
A story on the rumors around Cardi B?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a model that, you know, if there are going to be lawsuits, can at least the first lawsuit be initiated toward the horse's mouth? Like, if I'm just a part of the echo chamber, can we just start in chronological order? And you just the very first motherfucker who said this. And if you still got some lawsuit money left for me, and I'm way down on the 27th person who repeated it, then, you know, I'm fine with being sued. But we should go in chronological order here. No, I don't think nobody should be sued because I honestly don't think that anybody perpetuated the rumors as true. I think that if bloggers did anything, they probably just like repeated what Tasha K said, like Tasha K is alleging, or Star Marie is alleging, or that. But I didn't really see. Did anybody else out here like push that too about Cardi? Like, oh, she has A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
Honestly, at the time, I just remember a lot just really being Tasha K and everyone kind of going off of Tasha K and what she said. You know, even like.
But
honestly,
even with something like that, it shouldn't matter who did it. You have to make sure. Period. So is that not contradicting?
I agree.
It is.
A lot of people felt like this lawsuit was going to change the landscape of social media, but all it really did was make all of us start saying allegedly 50 million 11 times when we talk about any damn life.
Yeah.
So,
well, maybe it was because like with the Storm Marie and how, you know, because Tasha still has that you know, where she dives deep and will get, maybe it's just everything else that came with it. You know what I mean? And the interviews, and I got somebody calling me a personal source, and the source told me, and then now you got this interview with Star Marie, and you know, maybe it's, you know, the layers of it.
Yeah. Well, I know that Tasha K, I mean not Tasha K, but I know Cardi B was originally trying to sue the baby hairs off of Star Marie head as well. But she had done ran down to goddamn Mexico and started working as a goddamn dietitianist and shit. So she had got the hair long, baby, and then she coincidentally, conveniently returned right after Tasha had to wrap up that $4 million.
After the judgments, yep.
I know that's right.
I got my degree in hospitality.
Right. That part. Before I let holistic attorney chime in on the situation going on, I wanted to ask y'all too. Does anybody here feel like Cardi B should have paid Tasha K Dust at her level? That ultimately there ain't nothing that you can really do to hurt me. Yes, the shit you're saying irritates me, but I'm fucking married, and my husband knows what my pussy look like, feel like, and he know it ain't crunchy, bitch. And so you can shout that shit. I'm a celebrity. I'm one of the top tier celebrity. I'm a better bitch than you, Tasha. So I'm aware that I'm going to be talked about for the rest of my life, and I just got to eat that shit. So fuck you. Do any of y'all feel like she should have had that attitude at her level, or that she should have did what she did? That she should have paid Tasha K attention.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else on that level, when we talk about a Beyonce or Jay-Z or well, we can't put Kanye West in there because he, you know,
who's that? I'm conscious.
Who?
That says somebody, Nikki Pace. What's that?
Oh, what you mean? Who?
No, what did that say? Okay.
Oh, yes, because Nikki paid her dust. I'm not. I think. And I'm sorry for interrupting. Mel. I think that Blaine Pearl is talking about early on when Tasha K used to kind of drag Nicki before they kind of develop a friendship, and she was like going in on Kenny and talking about what he was arrested over and just, you know, all of that. And how Nicki, I guess, you know, didn't really, you know, clap back. But Nicki does do her share of clapping back. You know, she responds to Wendy.
Absolutely, she tear Twitter up.
Yeah, she responds, you know, she do make a fair share, but I guess to Blaine's point, she's never really tried to put her foot on none of these girls' necks by suing them and making a big to-do over their rhetoric against her. But I want to get back, I want you to finish your thought, Mel.
Yeah, when we talk about like Beyonce or Jay-Z or anybody that's up level like them, you never see them come down to people like that level at all. And I've heard for years people saying stuff about Beyonce and Jay-Z and you know, people with that kind of money. And I feel like that she just took the bait. She just, I mean, Tasha baited her and she took it. It was a chance for Tasha to, you know, I mean, her name was everywhere. Everywhere.
Yep. Still is.
So,
did y'all see her interview today?
What interview?
Tasha's.
No. Oh, with T.S. Madison?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't had time to watch it. I plan on watching it. Shout out to T.S. Madison. That's my baby mother. She invited me to the Supreme Queen's Court several different times.
It was nice.
But I was a bad black woman at the time that she was inviting me to those things, so I had to recover from being with a trifling ass nigga. So that's another story. No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna give a review on it. Holistic attorney. I want what are your thoughts as well? And welcome, baby mother LC, to the platform. What are your thoughts on the publicity stunt pulled today? Tasha K.
I thought it was a perfect example because, you know, like she said, when people get news, they run with it. That's her job. And so she proved that it's everybody's job because they did the same thing.
I think Tasha is a marketing genius. She will capitalize off of it. She know how to get people talking. She know a lot of people love her. She know a lot of people hate her. Either way, press is press. So I think it's genius. And she just know what to do. She back at 1 million subscribers. I ain't never unsubscribed because that's my girl. And that's it. I think Cardi B overreacting. And all the things, I just don't. Not saying that she don't deserve sympathy, talking about Cardi and everything like that, but I think she just forgets all the nasty stuff she done did and said. It's like she done said some vile things. She confessed to crimes and all that stuff, and all of that is like out the window when it comes to her and Tasha K. She probably just got some real hate towards Tasha K. Especially that whole Star Marie thing, you know.
Now I think that's interesting because I hear that balancing act a lot of times when it comes to the Cardi B versus Tasha is some people feel like it's hard to empathize with Cardi because she's also been such a bad behaving woman, like legitimately put niggas' lives at risk for allegedly robbing them and drugging them and all of this shit. And you know, that's some deep shit. So a lot of the fans have been torn. Ultimately, it came down to if you fuck with Tasha, you're gonna root for Tasha, whether she was technically wrong or not. And if you fuck with Cardi, you gonna side with Cardi, no matter whether she was wrong or not. There was these like fans in the middle, and I also found myself in the middle. Like I recognize that you can't like that. There's consequences and repercussions to running your mouth, right? Like, well, I'm not gonna say there is inherently, but there can be because the lawsuits also have to be like you have to choose to sue somebody, so you can actually get away with running your mouth with no consequences depending on what action the person on the receiving end of all that shit talking wants to do. So but she gave rise to a case, and so it's like, well, if Cardi B sued you, it was fair game because you gave her a case against you. And but I was really in between because I'm just like, both of y'all are bad behaving women. This cancels itself out. It's hard to really empathize with either one because they've both did their fair share of victimizing other individuals. And so when you have like almost like I don't want to use the term bully. What's another word? When you have two, I just like bad behaving. When you just have two bad behaving people, it's like it kind of don't matter what y'all do to each other because y'all both just so toxic. Just sit. Both y'all need to go to church. Go to church together, hold hands, find Jesus, go go dip your ass in the baptismal pool together, like y'all both need the saving. So some of y'all question. My question is, what is Cardi B's long-term attitude? Like, what are you planning on doing if someone picks up where Tasha K leaves off at? Like, are you suing every person who gets on your everlasting eternal nerve? Or like I wonder, like,
She just had an incident.
Okay, hold on. Before you even say that, because I ain't even heard about that, but hold that thought real quick. Holistic attorney?
Yep.
Okay, I want to give you an opportunity to give your initial thoughts about everything before we go further.
I'm gonna head down in the chat.
Okay, boo. Thank you for being up here, Mel. I appreciate you, love.
Love.
Take care.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It's Tasha K is a hot ass mess. I'm kind of like you. I'm in the middle. Although I used to be a big fan of Tasha K. I'm not gonna lie. But after the judgment and after her speech, I think I kind of started pulling back a bit, although I did not unsubscribe. I think she's a marketing genius, and I think for her, she sees this as, if if she loses, she also wants to get the publicity from this whole debacle. So she's going to try to milk it for as long as she can to get that as much publicity as she can of it. I think Cardi B is. I honestly have never met anyone so sensitive, any celebrity as big as her stature be so sensitive to people who she should really be paying dust to. I don't get it. I think if Cardi B could sue, the random Instagram troll, on her comment, she would. That's just who she is. Like she wanted to send a message, and I think she thought maybe Tasha K was gonna cower, or maybe Tasha K was gonna get humbled. Obviously, that did not happen. And love her or hate her, I kind of respect that. I kind of, on the other hand, when the heat was really, pressure, Tasha K stood, she stood 10 toes down. And she's, it seems like she's going to continue doing that. Do I think it's wise? Do I think it's, I don't think so. I actually think it's kind of stupid. I think she's thinking more short term, and, it's all laughs and jokes now. But, there is a huge potential that she could get in trouble if she is found in contempt for, disobeying the court order. So, it's all it's all a mess. I remember that I was actually around in 2018, I believe, when this whole thing happened. And it was a mess, between Tasha K. It was Tasha K, and then Tasha K came from Lovely Tea, and it was just a mess. It was a hot mess, and it's sad that Tasha K, she's a master troll, and she's gonna keep trolling Cardi B, and it's left up to Cardi B to decide not to allow people that in the grand scheme of things shouldn't matter. It's up to them to like for it's up to them to like figure, like it's up to her to figure out. I'm not going to like keep taking the bait. Like she's so insecure. I find her so insecure. Personally, I find her and let's not talk about the hypocrisy. Is the thing about Cardi is the hypocrisy for me is the I'm so gangster, I run New York, blah 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 blah, and then when something happens, I'm crying my eyes out. I'm being a victim. It's the I can like tell someone that they look like a monkey. I can like hurl all kind of racist slurs at
Wish death on people.
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Wish death on people.
Yeah, exactly. Wish death on people.
So that means,
Baby.
hold on. I'll put a pause in it right there. So just to add some context though, just to be devil's advocate a little bit. Do y'all think so? I think one of the reasons why some of the Cardi B fans don't feel a way about Cardi B's responses sometimes because they are responses. They are, if she's saying your mom does, I hope you get this and die. I hope that she's responding to being trolled and antagonized, but that she's not going around initiating those.
Yeah, but for the
alternative-
most part,
Yeah.
you have to say something about her child for her to really snap. I do realize that. I have to be honest, and I think as a
But
mother,
that's
a lot of us will lose it when somebody say things about our children that could be really disrespectful, considering your child isn't even old enough to do these certain kind of things. So we have to be honest there.
Yeah, and I understand that, and I also think, but the thing as well is like I feel like things have to be proportionate to the offense. Like we can't be all vague and be like use that as a clout, as a catch-all, like defense. Oh yeah, they said something about my child. What the comment literally was, like does your son kiss you with like I hope you. How does your son feel about releasing an album or something? Like I don't think that literally rises to the level of becoming that triggered that you wish death on that person's mom. Like that's a bit much.
Yeah,
Right.
death is a bitch. Yeah.
Well, I can see the level of emotional injury to first and foremost be accused of something you don't have, and then to be accused of being so reckless and tacky and disgusting as a mother that you would consciously transfer that to your offspring through a kiss. That's a lot going on, and that's one hellish of a statement to deal with.
Absolutely.
I can understand emotionally the need to be like. To say the most extreme thing back, the most extreme thing just got said to you.
But you know what
Right.
else too with her? What I realized, I think most of it with her is, before the music, the fame, she was out there, so she was used to turning up or going in when she needed to. But now it's like I got a lot to lose, so I can't go punch him, so I could just say something. You know what I mean? Like she has to know what she can and can't do, because she will end up where Tasha was.
True, and I think conscious. I absolutely agree with you. I think like I'm talking about two different instances. So yeah, there's one where someone was saying, "Oh, well, how's your child going to kiss you because you have all this, blah blah blah, STDs allegedly, blah blah blah," right? And then there's another comment, the more recent one, where the fan was just asking, like just being sarcastic, like how does your son feel that you haven't released an album? Or like you're keeping your fans waiting, and that was her response. So that was a specific comment I was responding to. But like with the one where there was like they were talking about her kids in relation to her, kissing them on the lips. That's out of line, out of bounds, and I agree.
Crazy.
Sorry?
That was crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's crazy, but it's just with Cardi B. I find it I find it very hypocritical. I find it very ironic. You can't be this gangster blood, gang, and then like then you're so sensitive that literally like someone with like one follower like say something to you and then you jump into the comments and want to go back and forth, like it's so juvenile. Like I at first and I was a fan. I'm not gonna lie, initially I was a fan of Cardi B. I thought I thought she was real. I thought she came from the hood. She has a very fun personality on Love and Hip Hop, and I was a fan of that. But at the
Me
end
too.
of the day, the whole victim mentality is just becoming so exhausted. It's
Yeah.
like you have been blessed. You have been blessed with so much love from fans. She gets like Cardi B can have 5 million people, just kissing her ass. But one person that says something, Cardi B will also go off and like literally like insult their entire like generation family.
You
Like
know,
it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's really
and you know
ridiculous.
what? That reminds me a lot too, like with her triggers. It makes me think as far as like, because we'd be like, where you're right. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. But I feel like her mind and how, where she came from hasn't caught up with the level of success that she has. So this
Yeah.
is excuse, but it just makes me think of just a parallel for me. Like I had a gastric bypass. I used to be 350 pounds. I went down to 150. I'm still shopping in plus size sections. I still think that I'm bigger. So I feel like her triggers, or she don't know. So I'm gonna just act like this out of that because I'm used to being in the hood. That's not no excuse, but I feel like her mind hasn't caught up with the level of
I
success.
believe that.
Over time, yes, cool. But she wasn't bred to be like, and this is not even a comparison in the same boat, but like a Beyonce. Beyonce been bred to be where she's at, and she had took her time to get there. Cardi B woke up, now she here. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's also a downfall for her. And we can clearly see it. That don't give you an excuse to be like, F your mom and your mom should be dead. Now you just doing too much. Like even with the Tasha K situation, I felt like with her having money, it's like instead of me beating your ass, I'ma sue you and I'ma drag it out because I got money. And just like she make it seem like, oh, I got time and I got money. But you really don't though. It's the simple fact is you have money and Tasha K might not be on your level like that. So you just want to drag it out. So I feel like
I felt like and I even when I did my thing, I saw it like in the parent perspective. Being Cardi come from allegedly form of a struggle. Tasha came from form of a struggle allegedly, and I just didn't feel like taking food out of it. I don't care if she has the company and stuff. It's take a long time to get that kind of money back, and I don't think taking food like that's really taking your child plate. Like the whole plate, and I just didn't think that was fair. I just didn't.
that wasn't smart. I felt like that was the ego.
So my thing is, why can't I don't understand what's difficult about calling like all wrong out? Like there's like the fanatics on both ends, and then there's like
they both were wrong. Both
They
of them.
both
like,
wrong.
and there's the like rational, like sane people who are like admirers in the middle, and they're able to call their faves out on right or wrong. Like I can call you out without not being a hater. Like I can say dead ass wrong and still be supportive, but also be clear about the fact that you need to straighten the fuck up. Like I don't have to like you. It's not going to come at the expense of me not being able to critique or criticize you.
Right.
Exactly.
You aren't going to be free from critique just because you're one of my faves.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Tasha she was wrong. I think she did drag it out with whatever she lied about. I didn't keep up with her too much for Cardi when she was dragging Cardi. I'm not saying that she's not wrong. I just don't have much sympathy for Cardi. Like I just don't. That's just how I feel. So yeah, even though because I was a Cardi fan too, especially when she first came out. I thought she was so real, so relatable. But then I just started to see more and more how arrogant she became.
Yep.
And how like her outbursts, her extreme outbursts. And then I think what really set it off for me was seeing that video of how she was like, I had to do what I had to do. I had to drug and
Mm-hmm.
do all these things
Yeah, seen that.
I needed to get in the studio. And I'm like, what? All that for a studio session? Like, I mean, I mean, that's how desperate you became. I get it for the fame and all that stuff. But it's like when somebody does that and then you see all the other antics, she has attacked children. Like, it's like, I don't have that much sympathy for you. Was Tasha K wrong for any lies that she might have did and said? Yeah, you don't do that to people, or not even verifying that Star Girl story all the way, because you probably had some little vendetta against her or whatever. Yeah, you were wrong for that. But for Cardi, I just can only feel, but so I don't really feel no sympathy for her because of everything she has done.
I mean, it's hard to it's hard to it's hard to feel sympathy for someone it's hard to feel sympathy for someone who in other words ain't really ain't shit, like
Right.
should Tasha have kept going? Obviously not. But
No.
Tasha is an entertainer. She's almost like a shock a shock value type of entertainer. So it's there I don't think there's any, unless it's only I feel like, I honestly feel like it's only the Bardi gang, Cardi B fans that are just solely, no matter what, no reason, no rhyme, I'm on Cardi's side, which is fair, whatever. But Cardi, yeah, like it's like the sympathy. Why would I feel sympathy? She has the entire judicial system is on her side. I mean, literally, the entire, recording Hollywood is pro Cardi B. She's happily married with two beautiful kids, that she should just be enjoying her life, working on her album, making her fans happy. Why did she even freak out just because her fans were asking her why she wasn't at the
Grammy.
Billboard Awards?
Yeah.
Like, it's
She
so
went off.
ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I feel like she feels like people, unless if you're not kissing Cardi B's ass 24/7, then all of a sudden she has an issue with it. She has an issue with and that's not how life works.
Right.
It's so
fans,
ridiculous.
they was like, you're not at the awards, you're not dropping the album. What the hell is going on? That's what they said, and she went on.
Now she done deactivated her whole account, girl.
And just the arrogance too of her saying, "Oh, because I knew I wasn't gonna win an award." Okay, well, you still got nominated though. Like, you have, Megan the Stallion that went, wasn't, like, it's the arrogance for me. It's like, okay, you're supposed to be real. You say, you came from nothing. You came from the bottom. Blah blah blah. You're like, you have all these people looking up to you, etc., and like the sheer arrogance of saying, like, first of all, let's not even go into me thinking I don't think she deserves any of the awards she won, but that's besides the point. But just because you're not winning any award this year, all of a sudden you're not gonna go, and then you're gonna get mad at your fans who have supported you like through thick and thin for all these years. Like, it's literally, it's so ridiculous to me. And it's the ego. The ego on her is just I don't even have any words, to be honest.
You sound like you upset with her.
I think it's a complicated relationship between like anybody famous for any reason and their audience, because it's like a part of being famous means that like you are you're willing to be objectified, and that's ultimately what a viewing audience is doing, is objectifying you which is why support can be so flippant. Like I can like you one day and I like you the other, because ultimately, like I'm only liking the version of you that's in my head until I see otherwise, and then I don't like you, and then maybe I'm back again when you are
Absolutely.
a version in my head. Or like because when I saw some of the comments towards her over the Grammys or whatever it was, like it was the energy from the fans of entitlement. There was so much entitlement, or like from them, like and in that I was like, do y'all realize this is a whole human being? Like this is a woman. Like yes, she's a rapper, but it's like she's a human. She's not a robot. You can't program her to do music. Like those things have to be organic. And like y'all said, she's a wife. She's a husband. She's a wife. She's a mother. She has other businesses, and maybe she also just wants to do other things, and sometimes just don't want to do a goddamn thing, which is also okay as well. But I think that there's a lot to. I think that both parties need growth. Like fans and consumers need to understand their place, and the person who's the product has to understand their place as well. Now, I would never think it's good for business to argue with fans the way that Cardi B does, because it is too salacious for someone whose money is predicated upon other people. Like you're gonna make your money off of what you're able to get other people to buy of you, whether that's merchandise, whether that's music, whether that's concert tickets. Like, so it's not it's not the greatest publicity, but then again, like there was a lot of like there'd be a lot of shit going on between Cardi B and her fans. Like be giving me like Ike and Tina, and they'd be like, this. I was like, Cardi B is in a toxic relationship to her fans. Like it's like they're both toxic. Like it's just a whole weird entanglement. So I think that her fans match the age of her consciousness. Like still have kind of like a teenage attitude, and that's reflected on the energy of her fan base.
And Conscious, to your point too, as far as like another feeling I think that most celebrities have is like a feeling like of obligation. Like they feel like they kind of are obligated to their fans, and it gets to the point where, like you said, she's not a robot. You know, she still has feelings and other things going on, but you still feel kind of obligated to these people, obligated to respond to why I'm not going, obligated to what's going on. And you get to a point where you're like, F it. I'm about to just, I don't want to do nothing. F all of y'all stupid and whatever the case, however she be feeling. Just having that, and then also kind of knowing that no matter what, they still won't be there. She come out with something, they still gonna be praising whatever she's doing and whatnot. You know, they kind of one thing about social media and this internet, like things get so swept up so fast. It's like you can just the whole world can hate you today, and then they will freaking forget it the next day. You know, you got people that will hold on to it, but it's like for the most part, if you got that much influence, people will forget.
And that's why people say that a cancel culture doesn't exist. When you cap at a certain level of celebrity, cancel culture doesn't really exist at a certain level. And Cardi B is at that level for sure.
And you know what? Is it just me? But what is up with just this like season of obligation? Like I've never seen it so much, and not to like switch the subject, even like with the whole thing with the big uproar with Nicki Minaj and the features and people feeling obligated. Like what is up with people and these celebrities feel like they obligated to owe anybody anything? You know what I mean? Like I've never seen it so much.
I think with Nicki, for the most part, a lot of times the people who stuff that she's on, they first record wasn't a hit, and then she do pop a lot of people. So I think people kind of be rushing her because they need to get their bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want something from them. Like they don't.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, are you speaking about the female, like other female rappers who you feel are entitled?
that just reminisced with me when she was saying about the obligation and how the fans is like, you know what I mean? It just made me feel like have just a little flash when it came to that and how, you know, people are feeling obligated with her. I didn't mean to bring her in, but that just resonated with me. Like, what's up with the obligation? You know what I mean? I remember.
It's the objectification. It's because we don't realize it as consumers that we are objectifying them. So it's a toxic approach from the beginning when it comes to celebrities. So the relationship between consumers and celebrities is just warped like that. And I think that's why there's a lot to be said about the conversation around that dynamic. Because it happens in every regards. It happens whether you're the president, you could be Obama. There was a expectation, a heavy expectation put on him, a strong entitlement put on him, and when certain people were disappointed in his presidency, there was an entire clapback against everything.
But we don't really see it that much, and I think it's because, the young lady was saying about us in the internet and it changing. Now we see everything. We know everybody's business. You know, we know who's with who, and you know, it wasn't like that before. We ain't know everybody's business and everybody's moves and different things. Exactly. So I guess it is because of the change in the internet and where we're going forward with the internet. So I'm just like, what is, you know, we just don't see those things sometimes. So I just was like, okay, you know, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, what do you want from these people? They're human. Like, I guess everybody's different. Some people.
I think Cardi B, she just don't want to say, listen, I want to spend time with my kids, because it do seem like she spends everything she could with her children. And instead of just saying to the fans, listen, I'm going to take a break till the kids are 5 or 4 or whatever the case. You know, she wants to leave them in expense, but then you know you're not coming with nothing. When they looking, every 6 months she drops something, and here we go a year, you ain't did nothing.
But you know why Cardi B is lazy, like in a way when it comes to music, it's because music, for one, was a hobby for her, and Cardi B was always after her bag. And if opening up a laundromat was a way to the bag, or the song off was, Cardi B ultimately just wanted to make money. So she don't got the same level of passion for music that maybe a Nicki Minaj has, or maybe you know, another actual musician. She's just talented, and she liked rap and felt she was good at it, and then it popped off, and then history was made. But that's the reason why she's like inconsistent, and it's just like, because that's not really what I want to do. I don't make my money. Like, I'm good.
It's not about the food no more, because you know what I mean. It's not about
no more.
Yeah, that greed is not the same unless it's competition or she feel threatened. Then she coming. She got something for you in 2 days. You try.
And to Tabitha's point as well, it's like as far as like people feeling like, you know, why aren't our celebrities doing certain things? Or I mean, why, you know, fans got certain questions about why you're not doing this and that or whatever. I think social media, being so open on social media, you sharing everything, you allowing these people access to your lives, and they feel like, you in the kitchen cooking, you should be freaking in the studio. You know what I mean?
You need to be in the studio. Who told you should be cooking?
Exactly. You holding your kid, and you need to be rehearsing and dancing. So it's like when you put so much on the freaking internet, and you put so much on social media, you open yourself up to that criticism and that judgment, and like Conscious said, that however you say it, that objectification.
And Cardi B say she was posting, you know, she was posting different things where she was at, and that's what she had responded back to the fans before she had went ape shit real quick. And, you know, wanted to talk bad to everybody, but she was like, I've been posting where I've been all week. I ain't saying So technically, she didn't say that she was going. You know what I mean? So I can see it that way. But for you to be getting nasty and all that with your fans, I can't get into that. I like Cardi. I like her personality. I'm not no fan. I like who I like. I watch you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But you know, as far as all that, that was just a little bit too much. But she was posting what she was doing. She was. So you know, if she said what she said, but that was just uncalled for.
Cardi B is the kind of person who can, like, she starts like leveling up like a Dragon Ball Z character. Like she'll see one comment and then she'll be like, and then she'll see another,
And then she'll be scrolling real fast, like whatever.
and then before you know it, she's fucking
Found that
incredible.
one to trigger her. Yep.
She can't get stuck, and I believe Cardi B gets suctioned in because she has a heavy pain body. Deep down, I think that Cardi B got a lot of trauma. I think she has a lot of insecurities. I think she has a lot of things she hasn't dealt with, period. And her behavior is very indicative of that. And that's why I hope that, she alleged that she's been in therapy. I wonder, does Cardi B talk to her therapist about her social media dynamic? Like, what do I need to address in myself to keep me from telling these fans to stay up out of the goddamn clinic? Like, what do I need to tell them, like what I need to find in myself to better approach what I'm going through. I don't know. A
lot of stars at that caliber don't run their own page.
But see, that's another thing. See, but that's what makes me feel like there has to be some intentionality on her label, because at her level, technically, she should not have access to her own Twitter. That should be like self-generated. But the fact that her label they know how she is, and yet she's able to be rampant on the internet must mean that this must be low-key a part of the marketing plan behind her.
Absolutely, because that's why she's so that's why she's so relatable, right? Like I think that's why that was the initial pull with her. Fans felt that it was like, they're like their girl bestie. Like her package, part of her package is how relatable she is to fans, with her emotions, etc. So it's actually it's more profitable for her to run her Twitter, because of course we run into situations like this where she doesn't know how to react to someone coming for her. But then we have situations where she makes a tweet, making a joke or whatever, and then it goes viral and she starts trending and she gets shown love. So it's like it's a pull, right? It's the thing is, as soon as she gives that control over her social media accounts to someone else, she instantly loses that reliability. And I think it's going to that's probably why her label are thinking it might not be best. It's just going to make her way too mechanic, and it sucks because you have people like Beyonce who can afford to literally not just leave, but she's so talented that her music will always speak for itself. Cardi B is a conglomerate of personality, like a lot of personality, a little bit of talent, and she has to work all of those angles to continue to be as I guess as would I say big or as relevant as she is. So I think she has to continue. That's not gonna happen. I don't see that happen where someone.
I can see Cardi going in when she sold herself, because let's be honest, she not originated, but she came up off of social media. And Cardi B is not stupid, regardless how she act and how she's not a stupid woman. So I can tell she already established guidelines. Like, look, if you want me to be part of whatever you got going on, I'm going to be in charge of my social media, or you either going to take it or leave it. So I think that's probably part of her package. You know what I mean? Because that's where she originated from. So you can't change that. I don't want nobody in charge of my stuff. I want to be able to see, do hits and go live and do whatever I want, because this was me before and this is going to be me now.
So here's the
I can see it though.
Yeah, I totally can.
Here, because I'm not dropping a link because I'm about to wrap up the show, you guys. I'm tired of I gotta go to bed, but I wanted to say, this might be the reason. But see, even this panel right here, even this whole conversation right here is kind of unfortunately what I don't think Cardi B thought the lawsuit through, because now it doesn't matter what Tasha K does. Tasha K has officially Bluetooth into Cardi B's history and algorithm. And there's almost a conversation you can't have about Tasha K
without having her in it.
Cardi, how Tasha K's involvement, like, it's so crazy how on the back end, like Tasha K got sued on the front end, but she also benefited like socially and in entertainment on the back end from all of this, and she's going down in history as one of the only bloggers who got
take down go toe to toe with the celebrity.
Who even got, I mean, and not just a celebrity. We're talking about like
the highest,
mecca of, I mean, getting Cardi B's attention was like, I mean, she's like, her phenomenon is about as global at this point as Beyonce. So this is the rap version of Beyonce, and Tasha K found some way to bring Cardi B down to her, so that when Cardi B went back up, she could go up with her ass. Like, I mean, she hijacked the fuck.
It's crazy. I still can't believe it, but
it's wild. Like, it's wild as fuck. It's wild. So,
and what happened today? After today, now a lot of bloggers, they're adding the past history with what's going on now, and everything is resurfacing all over again.
Yes, you go on YouTube right now, put in Tasha K.
Views is going up on your old videos.
Right. You gonna start seeing new videos. I'm like, damn, what is going on? What she do now? And everything was tied to Tasha K. Right in YouTube. I'm like, damn.
Oh, I wanted to say this before I wrap, that I believe this publicity stunt happened ultimately because Tasha K is trolling the trolls, but more specifically, she's trolling Cardi. She knows that Cardi is trying to double down on reinforcing those injunction orders, and she knows that Cardi B wants nothing more than to see her ass locked the hell up somewhere. And Tasha K pretending to be locked up was a way of toying with Cardi B's emotions and getting her ramped up. Like, oh my God, like it finally happened, and she knew Cardi B probably is in the background somewhere falling for the news that Tasha K and then put the card from under her ass and was like, pop up, guess who, bitch? Like, Tasha, let me tell you something. I hope Cardi don't let Tasha drive her into like going to prison, because I just feel like Tasha gonna fuck with Cardi.
Wait till you see that interview, Wait till you see that interview. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Conscious.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
And Tasha just said, "I'm home. Fuckery Friday tomorrow."
Period.
So she
like she at the table.
What she doing?
Hey, guess what?
She at the table eating lunch, and she's like,
one day out, her view's gonna be double because people gonna want to see what the fuck, like,
exactly.
They see if she's gonna address it. They're gonna see if she's gonna speak to it. So
exactly.
Just paid a $4 million bond.
I ain't gonna Conscious. I ain't gonna give it away, but I'm gonna let you know. Just look forward to that wine glass at the interview.
All right. Well, I gotta go, you guys.
All right, everybody.
Love you, Con.
I thank you guys for coming through so much. Thank y'all for holding the fort down with me. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Conscious. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, boo. I think people are asking for the Cash App. The Cash App is $Consciouztv. That's Conscious with the Z. And of course, the links are always in the banner or whatnot. So you guys always have that information in the description box as well. Great show. Tasha K is trolling social media. I mean, like, what else to do on social media but to fucking troll? I mean, social media is one big ass collective trolling of the fucking world. So fucking nuts. But I gotta get out of here. Make sure if you didn't thumbs up in the beginning, and if you didn't thumbs up in the middle, if you didn't thumbs up at the end, and thumbs up on your way the fuck out. And if you catch us in the replay, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I know there's always a lot to be said about Cardi B. So I will come back and we'll do a panel and open up the links. So if you didn't get a chance to hit the link today, just subscribe and make sure you hit the notification system. And you can come up here and talk all your shit. I am out. Peace.